The Forgotten Empire of Vaelora, Part 1. Have you ever heard of a civilization that ruled not with swords but with sound? Not written in books, not whispered in legend, not even taught in the most obscure corners of academia. This is the story of Vaelora, the empire that sang to the earth and was silenced forever. My name is Dr. Alina Voss. I'm an archaeologist, and I've uncovered something that should not exist. It started with a journal. It's buried under centuries of dust in the cellar of a forgotten monastery in Lisbon. Bound in cracked leather, its pages smelled of sea salt and mold. The name etched inside sent shivers through me. Gabriel Duarte, 1522. A Portuguese explorer thought lost in the jungles of the New World. His journal was supposed to have vanished with him, but as I read, I realized he hadn't vanished. He had found something and chosen never to return. June 3rd. The air hums in the jungle like an unseen choir. Locals refuse to enter. They call it the Singing Green. The entries describe melodies carried by the wind, stone pillars that resonated when struck. A city that responded to music. Vaelora. No scholar had ever mentioned it. No map marked it. But I had Duarte's words, and I believed them. The academic board did not. So I went alone. Peru, the Amazon basin, green as far as the eye could see. My guide Mateo was skeptical. So was Rico, the artifact smuggler I regrettably hired. But I needed help. And the deeper we went, the stranger it became. Trees swayed when there was no wind. Rocks vibrated if you hummed near them. We followed the frequencies Duarte mapped. Each night, the jungle sang back. For days we faced dense brush, venomous snakes, and sickness. But also beauty, bioluminescent plants that glowed softly with certain notes, frogs that croaked in harmonies. It was as though nature itself had tuned to Vaelora's frequency, until we found it. Hidden beneath a waterfall, shrouded in vines, carved into the mountain, the gate of tones. The stone door had no handles, only 5 small, flute-like pipes. It's not locked. It's listening, I whispered. I played the notes Duarte wrote, a minor, F, C, G. The gate opened. Inside was silence. But as we stepped forward, sound returned. Our footsteps echoed like drums, walls shimmered with crystals. Every corridor responded to voice. The deeper we moved, the more the city revealed, massive spires of copper that thrummed at our approach. Floors that changed hue with certain chords. This was not architecture. It was an instrument. They call themselves the Vaelari. Not speak, they sing. Every command, every ritual through harmony. We found murals, a golden city alive with sound. Priests with tuning forks. Dancers levitating in resonance chambers. Music as energy, as communication, even as medicine. In a hidden sanctum, we discovered a chamber of mirrors, each one slightly curved. When I spoke, my voice multiplied, wrapped around itself in harmony. These were no ordinary mirrors. They were sound-bending instruments, possibly even communication portals. But the murals darkened, a man crowned in obsidian. Fractured note. A city breaking apart, Vaelora fell from within to be continued. The Forgotten Empire of Vaelora Part 2, according to Duarte. High priest named Kale had discovered what the Vaelari called the Dissonant Note, a frequency that could unmake harmony. The legend said it was forbidden, dangerous, unnatural. But Kale saw power in it. He used it to manipulate emotions, induce fear, even cause seizures. He no longer needed loyalty, only submission. The city turned on itself. Councils of harmony were replaced by silent guards. Music, once sacred, became a weapon. The murals ended in chaos, buildings crumbling under sound, instruments melting. Voices silenced. We stood there in silence, surrounded by that history. Till Rico broke it. He had slipped away. When we found him, he was in a chamber lined with bronze discs, prying crystals from the wall. "Do you know what these are worth?" he said. I begged him to stop. "This place is alive. It remembers." He laughed, then struck the nearest wall with a rod. The city responded, a deep tremor. Sound wave erupted from the discs, throwing us backward. The fence system had activated. Mateo screamed as a wall closed in behind him. I grabbed my recorder and ran, following the only passage that remained open. It led me to the central dome, a space unlike any other. Every inch of it shimmered with resonance. I stepped into the center and my body felt lighter, as if gravity itself had softened. There, atop a pedestal, was Duarte's final entry. To the one who finds this, do not take, only listen. Record what you can and leave. I failed to silence the dissonant note, but perhaps you can still preserve its opposite, the harmony. I placed my recorder on the pedestal and sang the notes he had written. The dome lit up, the resonance chambers realigned. I could feel the sound around me, inside me, not just music, memory. Images flooded my mind, the city as it was, the laughter, the soaring melodies, fall, Duarte's sorrow, and then ... silence. The dome began to collapse. I grabbed the recorder and escaped through a tunnel just before the structure folded into itself. Back in Lisbon, I tried to tell the world, but the Vatican sealed the records. My name was blacklisted. The journal vanished from the university's archives, but the frequencies remain. The recordings I smuggled out defy science. They heal, they unsettle, they remember. And deep in the jungle, a village girl hums a song she claims came to her in a dream. The same song that opened the gate of tones, Vaelora, was never gone. It was simply waiting to be heard again. The end.